And Cuba plunges into another nationwide blackout as the country's struggling power grid suffers a fresh collapse. The outage is the third to hit the island this year, adding to a worsening energy crisis already in place. The latest blackout, it is the eighth major grid failure since late 2024. Millions of Cubans endure daily power cuts, with some areas going without electricity for more than 70 hours.
Imagine, my dad cooks with the electric stove. When the power comes back on, we have to make rice quickly, and so on. I told my dad we had to buy charcoal because otherwise we won't eat and we'll starve.
Well, Cuba's power crisis stems from a combination of aging Soviet-era power plants, chronic fuel shortages, and a deteriorating national grid that has struggled for years to meet demand. The situation has worsened since the United States imposed new oil restrictions earlier in the year. Officials say limited fuel supplies have reduced power generation, leaving the country with fewer options to stabilize the grid.
It is desperate because there are mosquitoes, the heat. It is unbearable. Now July and August are coming, and they are months when no one can stand the heat here. And that brings tiredness. What is needed is for this to level out, for this to be sorted out already. Until when is this going to be? Because really, it can't be endured any longer.
The prolonged power shortages worsen an already severe economic and humanitarian crisis. Food, medicine, and drinking water remain in short supply, while transport, communications, and businesses face major disruptions. The government is expanding solar power to reduce dependence on fossil fuels. But solar energy currently provides only about 10% of Cuba's overall electricity needs, leaving the island heavily reliant on its aging conventional power plants. With blackouts becoming more frequent, the energy crisis has emerged as one of Cuba's biggest challenges until fuel supplies improve and power infrastructure is modernized. Millions of Cubans are likely to continue living with long power outages.
An island-wide blackout has hit Cuba as fuel reserves dwindle and the electric grid continues to crumble. Cuba only produces 40% of the fuel that it needs to keep the lights on. Other sources have run out since January, when U.S. President Donald Trump threatened countries, any country, with tariffs if they sell or provide fuel to the island, deepening Cuba's economic and financial crisis.